Hi, this is Visitor Spoke and I'm Maija, your host. In this program, we're going to be meeting with diplomats and foreigners who live here in Pakistan, and we're going to find out what they really think about the country. Let's go. So today we're here at Shah Al-Adita Buddha Caves and we're meeting with Ibrahim Carlos Camilo, the head of delegation of the Turkish Red Crescent. Hi.
Hello, Maija. How are you doing?
Good. How are you? Wow. Amazing.
Pretty nice.
Do you like
music.
Qawwali?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so question. Ibrahim or Carlos?
I would rather prefer Ibrahim Carlos.
Okay, both together.
Yes, both.
So you have a very interesting background. Can you tell me a little bit about that?
I'm born as a Catholic, but 12 years ago I embraced Islam in Spain.
Wow.
And it changed my life in 180 degrees, alhamdulillah.
And you're originally from?
I born in Honduras.
Okay.
And I grew up in Panama. My parents are from Colombia, and my great-grandparents are from Spain, but I'm a Turkish now.
Wow, that's a lot to take in.
Yeah.
So, okay, how did you end up in Pakistan?
I work for the Turkish Red Crescent, head of delegation to Pakistan.
Okay.
And I arrived exactly 17 months ago to continue our humanitarian job all over around Pakistan.
Great. And how do you like it so far here?
I'm very comfortable and I'm very happy.
Yeah.
I feel very good. I feel at home.
Okay, great. So just to go back to your very interesting background, your family history, can you take me through like how it was growing up, you know, in a Catholic family and how all these changes came about in your life?
For the perspective of religion, I think there is no big difference in terms when you have a very good background in terms of family and being raised as a boy in a Catholic. We cannot call it system, but I think the way that my mother raised us, I think is the normal way that any mother will raise a child.
Yeah.
I mean, the art is the religion thing. Say you go to pray, you go to the church, you can go to the mosque. So I think, and I will say, if we not I wasn't raised in the ways that my mother raised us, maybe I will not. It wasn't be easy for me to be or to embrace Islam, maybe.
Yeah. That's very interesting. And so you mentioned that when you were born, there was like a war going on in...
Oh, this is my father and mother. They used to live in Nicaragua.
Yeah.
And at the end of the 1979 and start of the 1980. And for that reason, if they have a civil war in Nicaragua, and they have to move. So my father took the car because there was no plane going out of Nicaragua back in that time because the security situation. So my father took the car and he decided to go to the closest border, to cross the border. And the closest country was Honduras.
Okay, and what about your mom? Like, she also took the car with your father?
She did to the car, but my older brother and older sister, they took a plane from the army. And the plane, when there was departure from Nicaragua, was shot. And it was on the news all over Colombia and all over Central America back then. But they're okay, nothing happened, nothing bad happened.
Okay, that's good. Yeah, well, wow, that's, and then you were born after that.
Then I was born in 1980.
Yeah, okay.
In Honduras.
Yeah, wow, that's very confusing.
Yeah, it's a kind of mix, but I think it's a great chance that I have the opportunity to be part of Latin American culture, be part of the European Spain culture through the ancestor we can call, and now part of the Turkish culture, which is very, and I do love.
Yeah. So do you feel more Honduran or Colombian, or how do you identify yourself?
I do identify myself as nationality specifically, saying, but I do define myself as human being, which is part of the entire world, international.
That's great.
Okay, I have my ID, which is a Turkish, it's a Honduras, a Colombia, Spanish, whatever you can call, but I a little bit more attached to the Turkish culture because I am living actually normally before coming Pakistan, of course, in Turkey. That's why I feel more likely to choose Turkey at the time. That's why.
Wow. And so in your childhood, you mentioned that you had quite a strict upbringing in terms of you had to go to church all the time.
Well, in Latin America, most of the family like to send their kids to the Catholic schools.
Okay, yeah.
Because we have Catholic schools back then. And I was raised in a Catholic primary school, high school, and university as well. And because we are coming from a very conservative family, Catholic family, so we used to go to the church every once a week.
Yeah.
And I was raised in that environment, you know, in a very traditional Catholic environment.
Exactly.
And yes, I can say I was used to be in that part of life, Catholic life, before.
Okay. And then you went to Spain. How did that happen?
That's a very nice question, because most of the Latin American people used to have this American dream.
Yeah.
Most of them, most of us. But I think I was not the case. I don't know why. I do like, maybe for holiday, maybe, but I hadn't even think about to have the American dream, and I do prefer to go to Europe, maybe back to my roots, to Spain.
Sure.
And I don't know how it happened, but it was in a very simple and easy way for me to go to Spain and travel, and have the chance to have a very professional life as a computer engineer, where I studied computer engineer.
Okay.
And I moved to Spain back in 2004.
Okay. Yeah. And then you stayed there for how long?
And I stayed for nearly 2 years, 2006, to be more, by 7 or nearly. And you know, my experience, because it's almost very common, and we speak the same language in Spain, so it was easy for me to interact with the Spanish culture coming from a Latin American background, which is very different culture. And in that case, it was easy because the frontier of the language first. Culturally speaking, we have some differences, but in the end was good.
Yeah.
I feel comfortable, I feel good.
Yeah, would you like something to drink?
Wonderful, yes. Alaikum salam, thank you. Bahut shukriya, thank you. Bahut shukriya.
Like tea?
Yes, please. Pakistani tea will be great.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, assalamu alaikum. So yeah, how did this whole conversion to Islam happen actually?
When I was living in Panama, in studying university time, computer engineering, one day at the church, I started thinking, why should I go and confess my mistakes or sins to a guy who is a human being and who studied religion and theology, but he in the end is a human being. Why should I go and confess all the things, and he might say, okay, you are being clean, now you're clean to go. And I just stayed there. Why should I do this? And so I told my mom that I will not go anymore church until I find my way back. And I said I will not confess any sins. Now, if I have anything to confess, I will just ask for forgiveness to the Creator.
Yeah.
And my mom was really angry to me, because we're coming from very traditional families, as I explained to you. Then in the end, because she did not accept, I have to move out of my house.
Oh, wow.
Okay, I was working, so I have my own money, so I decided to move. I decided to move, and in my life, I pray to the Creator, to God, every day to show me the way. And one day when I moved to Spain, to have a very professional life, to have a change in my life, and somehow visiting Granada city, in Spain, Andalusia, I embraced the Islam.
Okay. How did you even get to know about Islam at that time?
In general terms, we know in the school I was, they teach us religion.
Okay.
So I knew, generally speaking, about religion. I think your tea just arrived. Great.
Excellent. Thank you.
Shukriya.
Thank you. Yeah.
And so when I moved to Spain, and I had the great chance to visit Granada city, Alhambra Palace. It's beautiful, it's amazing. It's amazing in terms of heritage and culture. And I was amazed by that thing. And I think Allah touched my heart. And He gave me the gift of Islam. And I just felt in my heart that I have to embrace Islam.
Okay, wow. So it was just a feeling inside.
Yes, it was a feeling inside. I felt a fire inside my heart, and I felt like my heart was bumping so fast that I thought it was about to just had a heart attack, and I felt something. Even if I explain, it won't be.
Yeah.
Not enough.
Won't be enough.
Yes,
yeah.
it won't be enough. And that night, I thought I was about to die because I have like a heart attack feelings, I think, the symptoms. And my heart was bumping really fast, but my pressure was normal. So I could not find the logical thing. And then I heard something like, call me, come.
Yeah. Wow.
And I thought there was someone making me a joke, but there was no one there. And the second time I called come, and I looked back, there was no one. You know, it was like a dream when you are awake.
Yeah.
And the third time, when this same voice was about to say the same thing, come, what are you waiting for? I remember one thing that my father used to tell us when we were kids. He said, and he mentioned this, and I still remember this, the evil, the Shaitan can play with our mind and our brain. But the Creator, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, is the only one who can call you by your name and touch your heart because He lives inside the heart.
Yeah.
So when I remember this, after the second time this voice called me saying, come, I was really afraid of that because I said, okay, it's the Creator, that is Allah that wants calling me today. It may be I'm going to die today because the symptoms of the heart attack. And at the end, I just felt in my heart, really, and I think the calling, it's a calling, you know.
Yeah.
And I felt that I had to embrace Islam, and that night I took Shahada, and I embraced Islam, alhamdulillah. That's why my name is Ibrahim, because you asked me Ibrahim Carlos now. Catholic name Carlos, an official name Carlos, but my Muslim name Ibrahim. So everyone calls me Ibrahim Carlos as well.
Great, that's such an interesting story. Should we have some tea?
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you.
Okay.
Good. Let's listen.
Yeah.
All right, time to take a short break. See you in a bit. Welcome back. We're here talking to Ibrahim Carlos Camilo. Yeah, so besides being there, you know, in Granada, in this Islamic environment, what else influenced you?
I have a very close friend to the family. We used to call him Uncle.
Okay.
And he's from Spain, he's Spanish, and we thought he was Catholic.
Okay.
Because we know him for a long, long time. However, he embraced Islam like before me.
Oh, okay.
But we did not know.
Right.
No one at family, only my auntie knew, one auntie. Anyway, when I was in Spain, I was just looking at him, the way he behaved, the way he speaks very calm, very relaxed. He used to help the poor people on the street.
Yeah.
He always being keen and kind to the people. And I remember one thing, and he has to go to the court because he has a case, it's a very big money, but he said that he don't want to be involved in anything. He wants just to ask the court to dismiss the case because, okay, if he could be won the case, he was very rich and could get very good money. However, he did not like to take the case and to keep on going with the case because he said he owns a construction company in Spain. And because of some people own to him a lot of money. And he said, if I keep on going with this, many people will be in the street. Because if I want to take what belongs to me and what is my money, all those people are going to be in the street. And those people has kids. And I have this, what is called bis done, you know? I have this, and I don't want to have this feeling in my head, even in my heart. And I said, you're really going to die very soon enough, so let us know so we can make all the arrangements for you. And he said, okay, certainly we might die someday, we don't know when. And one day I remember he forgot some discs at home, and I wanted to see some music CDs, and I was checking on the CDs, and I found out the CD of Sammy Yusuf. And I didn't know Sammy Yusuf before, so I wanted to know what is inside, because maybe something good means something not good. Yeah. So I need to check on, and I played the CD, and I was Sammy Yusuf, and from the first song to the last, I just contemplated, I can say.
Wow.
And I still today, I can remember, and I can sing from the beginning to the last. It was Mayuma, this I remember.
Yeah.
And it touched my heart. Even if I knew no Arabic, and I was not very in touch with the Muslim culture enough. But in somehow that music that he plays and he sings, I think was making something inside my heart. I can tell. I can tell you now, but not before, in that time. And so after I asked my uncle, what you have this music? What is this guy, Sammy Yusuf, and all this Sufi music? And I say, because I like this music. He didn't want to tell that he was Muslim. Because, you know, in Europe, it's very difficult to tell people you are Muslim, because the preconception of the misunderstanding might have.
Yeah.
And one day I remember he brought this book of Rumi, Maulana Rumi.
Yeah.
From the Matnavi, some poems. And I do love poems. I used to write some poems in acrostic. And when he opened this book from the Matnavi of Rumi, those poems, I fell in love with the first words as well. You know, I used to write poems, and Rumi used to use a very different kind of language when writing the poems. And I fell in love to trying to find the secret behind those words. And I was like more concerned about my uncle and asking him, why you have those Rumi things now? He's a Muslim from Turkey. You have some Yusuf this, Muslim music, Sufi music. What is wrong with you? You're helping people. Are you okay? In the end, I think he couldn't take it anymore, and he has to tell someone.
Yeah.
And he told me, you know, I am like this. I am good to people, and I'm doing all these things because I embraced Islam like 10 years ago. I mean, now it's like 20 years ago, to be more. And I was saying, okay, if being Muslim, it changed your life for good, and following the roof of Islam makes life good for you, I mean, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
That's what happened. But I was not thinking to embrace Islam or to go and join Islam or whatever. But suddenly it touched my heart. As example of life, I mean, in some kind of way, we can say.
Great. Then after Spain, you went to Turkey, right?
Yes, I have great chance, and I can tell I'm very, very lucky to move from Honduras, Panama, Colombia, Spain, and now Turkey. For some reason, after embracing Islam in Spain, I had the great chance to go to Turkey and study privately. Islam.
Oh, wow.
Life of the Prophet Muhammad, how to pray and other things.
Yeah, because that takes quite a long time. Like, there's a lot to take in, right? It's not like just a couple of weeks of reading. Yeah?
Yes, exactly. And how to read Quran and these things. I had a great chance, and the Turkish people back then host me. Very good. And I fell in love with the Turkish culture. I was passing for a very difficult time, because when I embraced Islam, I told back to my family and I explained them. I told them what happened, and I was so excited. I was so happy about that I embraced Islam, because it changed my life in 180 degrees. And you know, coming from a Western culture, being a very free person in Europe, and you know, you have access to many things. But when I embraced Islam, it changed everything for good. Alhamdulillah. So when I moved to Turkey, and I tried to explain my mother and my family that, okay, I'm going to Turkey because I will learn a little bit Quran and Islam, they will just become crazy and say, okay.
Wow.
And I had a very difficult time back then, because they could not understand the happiness I was passing through or enjoying with. So I decided to move back to Turkey, but I feel comfortable. And I remember that day when I was approaching to the airport, Istanbul airport, I was looking at the Istanbul city, and I was like, I'm coming back home. I feel something good. I don't know. I used to travel a lot, and I don't get used to, okay, this is my home, this is my country. But I went back to Turkey that day. I was like, I'm going back home. I could tell.
That's so nice. And then you learned Turkish, and you also became a Turkish citizen.
Turkish language was, and it is, very difficult coming from Latin American culture, because pronunciation, kind of the sentences and the formula, you can say, sentences, syntaxes is very different.
Yeah.
And I faced many problems at the beginning, and I remember that I was with my pocket dictionary.
Oh yeah?
Every day, you know, the first thing I took with me, is my pocket dictionary. And it was a very hard time I had, and I went to the school actually for a month and a half, 2 months, for studying University of Istanbul in Turkish language. But when I really decided that I will do my life in Turkey back then, 2009, okay, I decided now I will do my life in Turkey because I feel comfortable. Now I need to find a job, which I need language. And so I started studying by myself at home with the books. And somehow I could manage to learn a little bit. Thanks to my Turkish friends, they helped me a lot. Because if you want to do your life now in Turkey and you are sure about that, we are not going to speak to you in English anymore. So,
they forced
me.
You.
Yes, they forced me, certainly. And so how I managed. And then when the time passed, I have the great chance to, as well, to have now a Turkish citizenship and hold an official passport of Turkey. And what can I say? Now I'm representing Turkey as a head of delegation of the Turkish Red Crescent to Pakistan.
That's amazing. And how did you get into humanitarian work? That also happened in Turkey, right?
Yes, it was really an honor to me, and it is an honor still to me to be part of the humanitarian sector. Not as a professional, but as being part of something for good. And back in 2012, before that, I received a call from a friend of a friend who was very well connected, and they were looking for someone who could speak Spanish and someone who speaks Turkish at the same time, and no one who knows the Turkish culture. And somehow they found me, and this is a very well-known organization in Turkey, which is under the government as well.
Yeah.
Humanitarian organization. And they called me for an interview. Job interview. So I went to the job interview, and when I went to the interview, there is a commission, like 7 people sitting around, and they were asking questions like, what do you do, what do you like to do, what is your profession? I'm a computer engineer, blah, blah, blah. And they say, okay, we like to hire you, but we don't want to hire you as a computer engineer, but as a part of the team for the humanitarian job. Because you speak English, Spanish, and now Turkish, you know, Turkish culture, so it will be very helpful for us to engage in international programs for the humanitarian aid. So I say, okay, I always dream about to help others, and that day came true.
Perfect. So should we take a little walk around?
Yes, let's go. Yes, Charlie? Please.
Thank you. Wow, look at this. Have you ever been here before?
No yet, it's first time. Thank you for...
Yeah, of course. What is this?
It's been here for thousands of years, I think. Huh?
I think so, yeah. And I think these caves were like for these like Hindu holy men, the sadhus, and then I'm not sure why they're called Buddha caves and sadhu
Buddha
caves.
Yes, they do.
Like,
you know, Pakistan has amazing places to visit.
Yeah, absolutely. And this is like just 15 minutes outside the center of this. I mean, it is actually still inside Islamabad. It's pretty amazing. Look at that. Like, what do you even call that? I don't even know. And yeah.
Kind of rocks.
Wow. It's beautiful. I don't know if there's like birds living inside or what's.
Might be, but there's thousands of caves around.
Yeah, this is incredible.
Please.
Thank you. Wow, it's so pretty.
Nice view.
And now the weather is getting so much better as well. It was so hot earlier, right? So have you gotten to travel in Pakistan much?
Actually, I did. I did travel in Pakistan. I had the great chance. I wish I could have more time to visit because there are a lot of places I wish to visit. Last year I went to Naran,
Okay.
Abbottabad,
Great.
Babusar, beautiful place, beautiful
Wow.
place. I went to Karachi, Multan, Muzafargarh, and I want to go Humza, but not yet.
Yeah.
I haven't the chance.
Hopefully soon.
Hopefully soon. Beautiful place. Pakistan have so many places to be
Yeah.
and to visit.
And how long are you planning on staying here?
Very good question. I wish to stay for long, but this decides until our director decides that my job is finished here. But I will prefer to maybe stay one more year.
Okay.
I hope we can stay a little bit more, so I can do more things for the Pakistani people.
Yeah. That's amazing.
At least 1 year.
Yeah. And then you might go back to Turkey.
Yes, it might be. But if there is any other position for the Turkish Red Crescent, maybe in Latin America, it might be. We're going to go there. But mainly, yes, I might be going to Turkey in the main office. Yes.
Yeah. So Turkey is still home.
Yes, my home is Turkey, we can say, yes.
Great. Yeah. So how much did Sufism influence you?
Sufism through Rumi
Yeah.
plays a very important part in my life back then because I started reading Rumi's poems.
Yeah,
and I fell
exactly.
in love with Rumi, as I said. And I got the chance to visit Konya, which is
Oh,
where
wow.
the graveyard of Rumi is.
Yeah.
And I think I visited at least 12 times.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
Oh, that's amazing. I would love to go.
I would highly suggest to go to Konya.
Yeah.
It's a very good place for the Sufism to visit and to understand the life of Rumi. Not only through the books, but to visit him maybe.
Yeah.
Yes.
And so Pakistan also has a very rich Sufi history.
They do, yes.
Have you gotten to explore that at all?
Not
here?
yet, not yet. You know, I've been a little bit busy because my work.
Yeah.
Sometimes we love to enjoy, and I would like to enjoy my time in Pakistan, but sometimes due my duties and job,
Yeah.
I am not able to do so.
Yeah, exactly. Well, now at least we got to listen to some wonderful Qawwali
it is.
music. Wow, that's so beautiful.
Pakistan is so beautiful.
Yeah. This is amazing.
It looks amazing, and it may be scary at night.
It might, yeah. I wouldn't come here at night.
Beautiful, beautiful place.
All right, time to take a short break. See you in a bit. Welcome back. I'm here with Ibrahim Carlos Camilo, and we're ready to have some dinner, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. So, yeah, what would you like to have?
Yes. Let me see. I think I will have chicken karahi.
That
Thank
sounds
you.
great. Thank you. So yeah, we were talking about your work,
Yes.
right? So here in Pakistan, what does the Turkish Red Crescent actually do? What do you focus on?
Okay, we focus on almost everything.
Okay.
But let me get back to 2005
Yeah.
when the Kashmir earthquake.
That's when they first got
Unfortunately,
here.
yes, it was the reason that brought us to Pakistan back in 2005 for that unfortunate event. And that disaster made us to extend the hand back to our brothers in Pakistan because we have Pakistan and Turkey have very good relations since back time. And so we arrived for disaster time. We stayed after we start the disaster. We stayed for recovery stage, and after for development a little bit more longer. And we engaged back then in 2005 in this Kashmir earthquake in shelter, in health, wash. We have some field hospitals, and we do some building prefabric houses for the Pakistani people. And we engage for psychology therapy to the kids because you know these times it needs very much support on this area as well. And we have other activities like food and non-food items distribution as well, kitchenware, blankets, and other things, depending on the necessity. Now, today, back in time now, 2019, what are our activities? We can say we have two things to say. First, we have the routine works and activities, which is we do in Ramadan. We do food distribution. We have iftari dinners for the people, for the yatim, for the orphans as well. In Kurbani, in Eid al-Adha, we have the slaughtering the animals for halal meat distribution. And this year we are planning to target 2,000 families.
Oh wow, that's
hopefully.
a lot.
Apart of that, we have in winter time, we have thermal blanket distribution. And we support special people, disabled people. We do some electrical wheelchair distribution, prams and clutch and blind, T-bones we call, for blind people distribution. After that, we do some, with the Pakistani Red Crescent, we do capacity building for them. We train and we go for the first aid training with the Pakistani Red Crescent team. They do a very good job. We are supporting them for the first aid training, and we are distributing first aid boxes for governmental schools very soon. And now we have a new project which is called the Mobile Blood Donation Truck. Pakistani Red Crescent has blood donation centers in Punjab, Karachi, and especially Islamabad. For those who want to save a life, they can donate blood. And now we are donating to the Pakistani Red Crescent to bring and expand their capabilities and to the service to the community with a mobile blood collection. We can call collection because we will collect the blood donation to in a mobile way.
Wow.
And we go around Islamabad in Pakistan.
That's amazing.
Yes.
So a lot of different projects. Are most of them like focused on, I mean, are they based in Kashmir or all over the country?
We work, depends on ethnicity, all over the country. And I like to call, for example, in Tarparkar, which is a very ethnicity of we have a drought going on, and they might need some deep wells. We are planning to target and do some wells for the needs people there, for the drought there. And not only for the people, as well for the animals and for the agricultural programs as well. We have some, with the floods now, with the monsoon season now, is we have very problems in Chitral and Nilum Valley and Balochistan as well, Punjab, mid-Punjab. In that regard, we are supporting the Pakistani Red Crescent for distribution of food and not food items as well. But this for disaster. In long term, we are planning in a very short time to go for this project for the Go Green and Clean Pakistan to support as well, and to do some plantation drive program to help the recover the drought for this station. And other things for going for supporting and schools, safety programs, and others. We have many things, and with the support of the PRCS, with the Pakistani Red Crescent, we will be able to do this.
Yeah, I think the food is here.
Yes, let's eat.
Oh, wow. So, do you like Pakistani food?
I do love all kind of food. Pakistani food is good, little bit spicy.
Oh, yeah?
For me as Latin American, and as a Turkish as well.
Yeah, Turkish food isn't that spicy, right?
I think the food from Peshawar is kinda likely to Turkish food, I think.
Yeah, it's similar.
Yes. But it tastes so good.
Yeah?
It tastes so good.
So that's your favorite in Pakistan?
Yes.
How many times have you been to Peshawar?
Actually, I will have to be sincere and tell you the truth. I just went once.
Okay.
Myself.
Thank you. All right, so
Let's have some.
Let's start.
I thought it was going to be more spicy, but
Yeah.
it's good. It's good.
Maybe they noticed there were foreigners here.
Maybe that's why. Yeah.
But what about like Colombian food or like South American food? What is that like? I mean, I think most people only know about Mexican food.
Mexican food became a little bit international.
Yeah.
Yes, by like taco, other things like enchiladas maybe.
Exactly.
Colombia has a very large cuisine as well.
Yeah.
Actually, all Latin American plates, or we can call it cuisine, we can say are based on rice and beans.
Yeah.
Most of them. I mean, we can call it from Mexico to maybe Argentina. All of them, 99% we can say, based on that, beans and rice. But when you come in Turkey, we have 81 provinces, 81 provinces,
Yeah.
and each province is a different world because they have their own cuisine. So you have a larger selection to
Yeah,
pick
exactly.
from, and you go from spicy and very hot spicy from like Adana city,
Yeah, really.
and if you go to Urfa, you go to Izmir, the food taste change. And if you ask me what food you like the most, I will say it's unfair to choose one country, and I don't want to be,
Yeah.
but I do love all kind of food.
Okay.
All kind of food. So I love Pakistani food, I love Turkish food, I love Latin American food.
That's great. Perfect.
I need to be diplomatic with that, you know.
But what about culture-wise? I mean, obviously, Turkey and Pakistan do share quite a lot of things, but is there anything that you would say surprised you about Pakistan when you came here that you weren't expecting?
We have not the same language,
Yeah.
but I think instead of that, we have a kind of different connection with the people. Many stories about relations and support from each other come back in time. And I'd like to share with you one experience I have. I have to go to a meeting, and I stood up, and I'm ready to go move from my office, and suddenly I have a problem with my pen, then it needs to be fixed. And it's very early in the morning. There is no way you can find a tailor around to fix your pants. And so I asked the driver just to go to the closest place we can find maybe a tailor. Because it's too early in the morning, those places and those tailors stores are closed.
Yeah.
And we just walked by and asked who is anyone who can fix the pants and so on. And there was a guy say, I'm having breakfast, and we open after 2 hours or 1 hour, something like this. And my driver asked him, say, he said, Salam alaikum, we are coming from Turkey, blah, 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 blah. And the guy stopped having breakfast and he opened the store.
Wow.
I don't know this because I'm in the car waiting at this moment. And when we were invited to the store, I was open, and the guy opened the store and welcomed us and said, fix the pants in 2 minutes. So I'm on my way, go back to my meeting, and I wanted to pay. Because his job, he did something, and I have to pay it back. The owner of this store, he did not want to get any money from us. He said, your money is not welcome, you are our brothers, you are a guest in this country, so I do not want to charge for anything. Even if you come on again, you have any problem, you are welcome anytime. I was surprised.
Yeah.
I mean, he has needs, of course, as anyone, and he could charge us at normal rate, but thanks to him, alhamdulillah, he did not want to charge. And when we are in the market, when I'm walking about the markets, when they figure out that we are foreigners, we are from Turkey especially, they want to please invite in and have a tea with them, or even have a lunch with them, which is very kind on behalf of the Pakistani people, And they are very welcoming, warm welcoming people.
Yeah, that was excellent.
Tasty, yes.
So how do you like Islamabad? I mean, it's quite different from other cities in Pakistan.
In Islamabad, you have all within.
Yeah.
And it's a great pleasure to be here. Then you can enjoy very good restaurants, and you can enjoy doing some walks around. You can go Jinnah Park, which I do go sometimes to go and walk in Jinnah Park. I love it. And we have Margala Hills.
Exactly.
You can go for trekking. It was a beautiful place to go and enjoy some time and relax time. And you have everything with this beautiful city, And life is easy in Pakistan, I think, compared other cities in around, because it's not that big crowd.
Yeah,
it's not
exactly.
crowded that others.
Yeah.
And people don't know each other very much, and it's a beautiful city, I can say. There are a lot of places you can find. They have a botanic park, they have the lake.
Yeah, exactly.
There are many places you can visit with the family even,
Yeah. So you love it.
I do love it, of course.
Great. All right, so it's time for our next segment.
Okay,
which
what
is
kind of
The rapid fire round.
Okay.
Are you ready?
Easy questions, huh?
Okay.
Easy ones.
Let's go.
Okay.
Okay. Shalwar, kameez, or suit?
Shower kameez.
Lahore or Karachi?
Karachi.
Wow. Ankara or Islamabad?
Islamabad. My people in Turkey will be angry with me, but I say Islamabad.
Great.
Dude.
Okay. Mountains or beach?
Mountains.
Maher Zain or Sammy Yusuf?
Sammy Yusuf.
Okay. Yunus Emre or Jalaluddin Rumi?
Rumi. Jalaluddin Rumi.
Chicken biryani or Iskandar kebab?
Chicken biryani.
Wow.
I love Iskandar, but the biryani is lovely.
Avocado or mangoes?
Punjab and Multan's mango are sweet. Sindhi mango good.
True. Okay. Badshahi Mosque or Sultan Ahmed Mosque?
That's a difficult one because I have very good experience back in Sultan Ahmed Mosque, and with Badahachi Mosque I have a very different essence and feelings. I like both if it's possible.
Yeah. All right. Just this once.
Okay.
Okay. Bookworm or traveler?
Traveler.
Football or cricket?
Football.
South America or South Asia?
I need to go back to my roots. South America.
Turkish tea or doodh patti?
Doodh patti.
Wow. So you like Pakistan
I like
a lot.
to make a parenthesis here. My mother back at home, she used to make chhat patti tea for us.
Really?
Yes. So I get used at a very young age to drink, yes.
Interesting. Kagan or Kashmir?
Kashmir.
The meaning of life. One word.
Beautiful.
Best thing about Pakistan?
Best thing about Pakistan, the people.
Great. All right.
Thank you.
That's it.
Great.
And now it's time for you to sign our visitor's book.
This is almost a goodbye. Okay.
Okay. There you go.
There we go, Mr. Book, to say goodbye. Comprende muy bien. Okay.
Wow. So let's see.
It was a little bit short, and I wish I could say more.
Okay. Let's see. It was a great honor for me to share experiences and life quotes with Indus News Visitors Book Program and have it as a platform to enjoy the time through it to tell this life stories to the beautiful people of Pakistan. Pakistan, Turkey, Brotherhood, Zindabad. Thank you, Shukriya. Thank you
so
indeed. Thank you so
Very
much. That's it for today. Please join me again next week. Goodbye.